Okay, looks like we're live. This is the 16th video in the series of the war game of the battles of Quatre Bras and Ligny, part of the Waterloo campaign. Let me just turn objectives off and turn elevations on. Okay. So it is June 16th, 1815, 5:15 p.m. and it's the 14th turn out of 36. We're continuing with the French movement, and I have not done any movement on the Ligny battlefield, so I'll do some now. Now, the Prussians have one artillery unit here, so we're going to try to take it out. We're going to get some losses, of course. But it'll be worth it if I can. Oh, this is a disordered one. How nice. I should have moved it back, not forward. Well, this guy's in column, so. There are these stupid leaders again. Move them back here. Okay, let's change the orientation one click to the left. And that's all we can move. This guy's in line. We'll move him up there. What do we got here? A disordered line unit. Okay, we'll move him up here. This will be a full court press. Let's move the arrow one click to the right. Go into line. Advance one hex to cover his flank. We will bring the cavalry up here. Now, let's see how he likes cavalry on his flank. And it's disordered, so it's worthless for a charge. Oh well. We'll bring this artillery and cavalry over here. We'll limber up this artillery. We'll form the square into column. Where's this guy going to go? He's in column, so he can move a little. Move him down here. Move them out here. Let's see if I have enough movement to, nope I don't, to put the battalion underneath the artillery. Don't have. Okay. Now we've got these two units, two battalions here in column. I'm going to use those in reserve because we are likely going to get some disrupted units. Move this supply up. Move this supply up. Move some supply down here. Now, with this cavalry and Bry, I really don't need this artillery here. So we're going to limber it up and move it out to where we can use it. Now that frees up a unit here in column. Good. I'm going to turn this guy to the left a click. And bring this unit down. Turn him a click to the left. Get rid of this leader. Bring this up. Bring the leader up there. I'd like to take on this guy. Oh. Okay, I'll be able to do that soon while he's routed, before he can recover. So hopefully we can take out this skirmish. Now this is only 25 men, so we'll move him there. Circle around with this guy, throw this guy in front of him. I think I can move him one click to the left, or reface him. Oh, maybe not. Oh. Yeah. Then oh, come on, what am I doing here? I don't want to move too far away from this road. I have a feeling there are Prussian units here in Saint-Amand-La-Haye. But I will. But I have reinforcements close at hand, and I think I'm going to limber up this artillery and throw this guy in a column. Move them up here. I'm going to get around these guys and try to surround them, because if I can finish off this skirmisher, I'll have 3 battalions to throw down here. Just move him out of the way. Okay, well, we'll melee him, see what happens. Now, gotta rectify my mistake here. I sent this guy down the wrong road. I got plenty of supply here. Get this guy back on the road. Okay, now the big boys are coming up. Very good. Now we're getting some real power here, close at hand. Come on. Drink of water here. Very good. I shaped the battlefield here very nicely. So now these guys will step into a very favorable tactical situation. Okay. It's hard to believe, but this is the French right wing already, moving past the French center over to the left wing. Here's my favorite unit of the game, the artillery battery. Let me check the clock here. Okay, we've got 15 minutes gone. That means I can play for roughly another 45 minutes. Okay, that's good. Okay, here's the 6th Corps. Okay, come on, come on. Oh, that noise is the furnace. It's still cold here, so my computer room is actually right next to the furnace. It's right in back of me. So each time it turns on, you're going to hear it, whether you like it or not. Okay. Oh, where's the end of these guys? Oh, finally, I can see the supply. Oh, nuts. I moved him past the road. I looked on another part of the map while I was moving, which was a bad idea. I'll have to put him behind the artillery now. Oh, shit. Oh, one mistake after another. I moved him down the path. Jesus. Screwing up here. I don't think I'll... Whoop. I don't think it'll make much of a difference. Because I'll just fall in behind these guys. Whoop. Well, that did make a little difference. I'll drop 2 hexes back, but I'll make that up when I get near the woods, because these guys will bunch up when we approach the woods, because it's restrictive movement in there, so I'll be able to make up the 2 hexes. That's what happens when you get careless. Fortunately, where I get careless hasn't resulted in any adverse consequences so far, but I'd better shape up here, because it will, when we're in the line of battle, that will be a significant mistake. Almost done moving here, I think. Just got a ton of supply here to bring up. Okay. Oh, half dozen more units to move. Nothing more behind there. And let's look at the situation here. Okay, these guys are starting to make their way down. Let's throw him there to block this slot. I'll put on a bold front. I have no desire to attack him. I just want to keep him back for a little while. Okay, these guys are all okay. Now let me just jump back. Make sure I move these guys. Aha! I didn't. I thought I did, but I didn't. Okay, so let us take... I think I moved everybody else. Maybe I didn't. Oh, I didn't. Well, well. No, I didn't move anybody here. How interesting. Okay. Well, we see this is probably Picton here. Two battalions in square, one battalion in square, and one routed. I wonder how that guy got routed. Two skirmishers, two columns, or two battalions in column, and two skirmishers. So really, out of this, all of these guys, only two battalions are in motion around this flank. The cavalry is pinning these other guys. Let's see, can I squeeze this artillery on top of one of the guys? Oh, nuts. They're too big. This is 473, 425. I would love to put that artillery battery right here. Except I can't put a unit under it, which means it'd be fully exposed. So I don't want to do that. Well, since I flubbed up that supply unit attack, let's see if I can remember to execute this one. I'll move him there. Well, I'll keep the cavalry where it is because it's keeping all these guys in square. I really don't know what to do with the artillery. I don't want to put him out in the open so close to these guys. I'll wait until they move a couple hexes down here and then deploy the artillery and shoot in their rear. Okay, what have I got going on here? I've got a couple free battalions here. I've got one cavalry unit. Okay, that's good. Not so bad. This guy's in column, so I'll move him up here. Oh, that isn't cavalry, it's a supply unit. Yeah, nuts. Let's see if I can put them in the city or village. Yeah, I can. So we'll move another battalion here to the flank. Good. I'll move some artillery there. Now here at least, I can have support. I don't think I can move. Oh, I can move again. Excellent! Well, he'll get a little surprise if he tries to turn that flank. And I'll take one more. Oh, wait a minute. Let me move this supply up here. I need it for the rest of the force. Then I'll move one more battalion over there. Okay, he's only got 2 battalions he can move there, so that's good. I'll move another supply unit up here. Plenty of supply there. And I'll move one here for this artillery. Oh, routed. Okay. I'll fix you. We'll throw two columns, 2 infantry battalions against him. Now, what to do with this artillery? I actually don't need this artillery to take care of these guys. I've got all these battalions coming at them. And some of these guys are routed, some are just skirmishers. So I'm going to let these battalions finish them off, and I'm going to redeploy this artillery up against Picton. So let's limber that up. And that's as far as he can move. Limber this guy up. And that's as far as he can move. Okay. Now what have I got here? I've got a battalion here. Okay, let's check this out. We've got 2 disordered cavalry regiments here and 1 disordered one there. Okay, he's in line. Okay, let's turn him 1 click to the right. Got a reserve here. This guy I'll bring out of the village hex and put him in reserve. This guy's good. Okay, this is all good up here. Now down here. What do we have here? A routed column. That's always nice to see. 1 in square. A disordered skirmish. 2 disordered skirmishes. 2 disordered skirmishes. Jesus, it's all skirmishes. 2 disordered skirmishes and a square. Okie dokie. Let's move into action now. Let's get this guy out of the way. We'll get some heavy hitters in here. Let's put this guy into line and move him against the square. Square can only fire at 25% capability or effectiveness. So if I've got a battalion in line against him, he fires at 1/4 his strength against my full strength. Guess who's going to win that one? Start taking these guys apart. This is a column, good. We jump over the hedge. This is a column. Oh, this is a square, disordered square. Well, column, line. Oh, disordered line. He's not going to do me any good. Well, let's jump over the hedge. Disordered skirmish, we should be able to take on him. Disordered line. Let's get him out of the way. He's like a ruptured duck. This guy I've got to put in a column. Move up here. I don't think he'll be able to get over the hedge. Nah, that'll be it next time. Okay. This guy's a in column. Move this guy further out. He's in column, so he'll come up here. And I know I can't go in the line, so I'll just reorient his facing. I'll put him in the line next time and pound on this this guy in this battalion in square. That guy's in column. I have to be careful that these guys are in column when they hop over these hedges. If they're in line, they'll disorder. So these guys are in column, so I'll bring them chugging on down the road here. I'll have to, I'll just bring them along close to the unit so then I can combine them again when I'm done with the combat. Okay, now this supply will move up there, and then I can advance this unit up this trail. Okay, that's pretty good. I think this artillery battery can fire against him. These are horse artillery. Instead of doing that, though, let's commit the horse batteries to this grouping. These guys are afraid of the cavalry, so we got 2 battalions in square, which means they're useless for maneuver. We've got skirmishes here, skirmishes here, skirmishes here. Oh, those are lightweight. We've got 2 mobile battalions and an artillery battery. Well, well, well. The artillery battery is pointed this way, so I do believe we can hit it with a cavalry charge from the side. I always like to get rid of artillery batteries if I can. I don't think I'm going to be able to move into that hex ahead of me as much as I like to. That's a Lancer too. Those are always deadly. So I'm going to have to move it 1 click there. Boom! Okay. He's got another battalion in square, which will be able to fire at me, but hopefully not very effectively. Okay, so I'm lined up against the artillery. That's good. He exposed that. He should have put it in the square. Now, first thing I want to do is leaders to the rear. I can see what I've got here. Just way too many of these leaders. What I should do is I should actually stack those up on the edge of the map, move them all to the edge of the map except for the divisions. Maybe I'll do that next game. Now, we'll start to close in on these guys. Well, I gotta let me limber up these horse batteries. They could prove to be very useful support here. I actually don't need them here anymore. I can advance this cavalry. That'll make sure he doesn't move around too much. So we'll commit those batteries to this mop-up. Let's continue to move these guys around their flank. Make sure they don't get away. Jesus, there's a shitload of those. Oh, I shouldn't talk like that. There's a lot of those purple guys. I'm going to bring the artillery north. These two batteries, that last battery I'll send with the purple division. I'll have to blast apart those squares. So I don't want to attack them. That'll take too many casualties. So I'll just blow them apart. With artillery. Now when Ney did that big cavalry charge at Waterloo, he neglected. Of course, that was spur of the moment. He thought the British were, their infantry battalions were just falling back beneath the ridge, so they couldn't be seen. He thought they were retreating, so he got emotionally wrought up and initiated the cavalry charge without any preparation. And of course, he used up all the French cavalry to no effect. If it was a proper charge, he would have had artillery come with it, accompanied by infantry. And then when the cavalry, I guess, charged like 10 times. So they milled around, they reformed, and then they charged again and again and again. Well, after the first time, when they forced the British in the square, then the infantry and artillery should have deployed. The cavalry could have veered off to reform, and then the artillery work over those squares. And then when they were disordered or close to it, then the cavalry would come back and then be successful. But see, Ney was driven by emotions, and sometimes it was good. Like I said, if he was in charge of the old guard, he would have really been much more effective than as an independent corps commander, because he was a great fighter, but he just didn't make many good high-level decisions. He was too emotional, whereas Davout was analytical. See, if that was Davout, he would have organized everything, and he wouldn't have charged that cavalry anyway, because he probably would have seen they were just repositioning, not withdrawing. But if he did launch a cavalry attack, it would have been, you can bet, it would have been accompanied by infantry and artillery, and that was the difference between Davout and Ney. Ney was very good in very limited circumstances under Napoleon's direct gaze, where Napoleon gave him the orders and he just executed it, instead of Ney, coming up with some orders on his own. What a shame. If Napoleon had made that one switch, he may well have, despite all his other mistakes, he might have won the Battle of Waterloo. At least he would have stood a much better chance. That is definitely one of the most popular battles in history. There's been so much written about it. I think the second one is probably Gettysburg, because Gettysburg and Waterloo were in several ways alike. In some ways they weren't, obviously. Waterloo was a decisive battle of history, because that led to the complete collapse of the Napoleonic Empire. And Europe kind of reverted back to the era of the Bourbons for decades. Whereas Gettysburg was not decisive. Lee still retreated with his army, and in fact, in 1864, when Grant moved south on Richmond, he fought Grant to a standstill in several battles. So Gettysburg, it wasn't even Lee's last offensive, because Lee detached a corps under Early to conduct an offensive in the Shenandoah Valley, and they got all the way to the outskirts of Washington. And then Lee acted offensively during the Mine Run campaign, but before he could attack, he fell ill, and by the time he recovered, the opportunity passed for an attack. Otherwise, he had cleverly split the Union Army in half, and he could have attacked either flank, but he fell ill. They said Lee had Lee was ill at Gettysburg, and they said he might have suffered a stroke at the end of that battle. So, I mean, he wasn't as well as he could be after that. Okay, what have we got here? Well, got this engineer here. We really don't need him here. So let's move him up here where he might be of some use. And of course this supply unit, never can have enough supply. It's very disheartening when you start running out of ammunition. Let's put another one on the road down here. The French have no lack of supply. What do we got up here? We got 2 up here. 3, I guess. Let's move this up here. So we'll put these guys on the road. Geez, these 2 routed. What are they, battalions? No, they're skirmishers. Oh, well, they might never recover. Skirmishers have a hard time recovering, I've noticed. Yeah, maybe someday they'll recover. Okay, I do believe that's all the movement I'm going to make on this front. Just for the heck of it, I'm going to see if I don't think we get any more units, but you never can tell. Oh, 7:30. What's the time like? Oh, I'm almost done with the turn. 52 minutes. But I have enough for the Allied fire. Let's see what they shoot at. Okay, 2 men there, casualties, 4 there, 2 there, 5 there, 1, 2, 1, 1, 4, no effect. Trivial casualties, no effect here, no effect there, no effect there. 13 men, okay. That's 33. Oh, that artillery fired at that guy. Good, he didn't fire at the cavalry. Okay, we're in Ligny, Quatre Bras now, above Quatre Bras, no effect. Oh, we're in Ligny, near Wagner. 31 men, okay, well, now we're getting it because he's in line, the Prussians are in line, and so am I. 5 men up here. 33, 5, yeah, 24, okay. 25, yeah, I'm getting hammered. 1. Okay. Well, unfortunately, that's what happens when you go toe-to-toe and you're both in line. You're going to take hits. Okay, well, for French fire. Well, I'll start at Quatre Bras. Well, these guys can't fire. Yeah, I want to try anyway. I don't believe it. So close yet so far. Okay, so none of those guys can fire. None of these guys can fire. Got to remember to melee that guy up here. Skirmish. Well, these 2 guys are in column, so I'm not going to waste their ammo. This guy's in line, so he'll fire on the square. 14 men. That's respectable. This guy's in column, in column, in column. So I'm not going to waste my time there. These guys are too far away. That's cavalry. They can't fire. Okay, that's it for Waterloo. Let's beam over to Ligny. I know we have some firing there. Okay, so these 2 guys are going to melee that artillery. Ooh, nobody's disordered. Oh, pity the artillery. Okay, we got some 15. 22. Respectable. Well, you put the hurt on me, now I'm putting it on you. That's in column. That wasn't bad. This is my Spanish ulcer here. Be happy when I get more men in here to finish these guys. Okay, 5 men. Well, this is in column. Isn't going to do anything. This guy's limbered, so that's it for him. I don't think we've got anything down here. Nope. Now melee, I definitely have some stuff here. No, I'm not going to forget this guy this time. Automatic victory, which means I capture that supply unit. That's always good. No melee down there. I think I have some meleeing to do here. That's in column. That's in column. Okay, let's go against these skirmishers. See what happens. Eliminated them. Oh no, they jumped on this pile. I didn't get disordered though. Now this pile's too strong just for this one guy. Okay, so I can't do the melee I thought I'd do there. This guy's going to melee him. Let's see what happens here. Okay, I didn't get disordered. I mean, that's a good thing. If the melee's even, you're gonna get disordered. But if it's to your advantage, like 2 to 1, you'll disorder the enemy, but not yourself. Oh, this guy up here, he's routed. I got 2 guys in column. Whoa, big boys too. Let's go with this guy. No, I think this may be an overstack, so they might not allow it. No, they allow it. Excellent. I ought to mash him. Jesus, I just throw him down. I didn't get disordered. But he just got thrown down here. Well, that's okay. The more these guys are grouped together, the better it is. Now, creme de la creme. Going against this artillery. We'll do our biggest unit first. 587. Let's see if I can throw this other one in just to make sure. Yeah, exceeds limitations. You always want to go with your biggest unit first, because sometimes your second one will exceed stacking limitations and it won't let you attack with it. Let's see what happens here. Artillery unit gets vaporized. Okay, that was excellent. Now I don't have to worry about artillery over there. Let's go to Ligny. Oh, got the artillery unit here. I'm trying to, got 400 men and 376. So let's take out that artillery unit. See if I can get this one involved. Good, both of them go against it. And it's toast. So I eliminated that artillery. That's always my goal. First, eliminate that artillery. It's nasty stuff. Am I disordered? Yeah, well, it's worth it. Now he's helpless. No cavalry, no artillery. I'll fix him. Now we got this guy, 450 men against this routed guy. Let's see what we can do to him. No prediction. How nice. That's comforting. Ah, odds were about even. Losses were about even, and I'm disordered. Nuts. Well, that was a column. Wasn't as weak as I thought. Strong enough to beat my ass. Okay. Well, we've got a disordered skirmish here. Oh, Jesus. I've got two disordered ones. Well, let's see if I can launch some sort of attack. No prediction. I don't like that. Attack or advantage. Good. That means I push them back. So I'll commit the third one. Let's see if I can vaporize them or if I merely push them back. Boy, I took it. Now all mine are disordered because I took 10 losses and he took 1. But I pushed him back into that stack. So now all I have to do is deal with 2 stacks. They're not spread all over the place, so that actually was an advantage to me. Okay, now I need to end the turn, which I will do. So we will continue in the next video.